Hi, I'm Jodi Russ. I'm the community librarian at the Bedford Branch Library, and we're doing 12 days of treats with the Monroe County Library System. My recipe, that's one of my favorites, is peanut butter kiss cookies. Peanut butter and chocolate always goes well together. So here's my recipe. So in this bowl, we've got all of our dry ingredients. We have 1 3/4 cups flour, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, half a cup of brown sugar, packed, half a cup of white sugar, and this is all going to go into our mixer bowl. All these ingredients just get mixed together, so there's no cream this and do that like there often is with cookies. In this measuring cup, we've got our wet ingredients, so there's 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of milk in there. And then to that, we're also going to add half a cup of shortening. I love to buy shortening in the sticks because I hate to measure shortening because it's always a mess. In this instance, we have to measure peanut butter, which is also a mess to measure. Half a cup of peanut butter. Now this is just a single batch of these cookies, which we never make just a single batch because everybody loves these cookies. But for this purpose today, we'll just do a single batch. Get all that peanut butter in there. All right, and now we'll mix that all together. Start out slow so that it doesn't poof all over the place like it just did. And we'll let this mix for a minute so that it gets nice and smooth. That is mixed together pretty well. And then what we do with this dough is we take batches of it, we roll it into balls. About that size. It's a generous teaspoon or so of dough. And then you need to have a little bowl of regular white sugar, and you're going to roll these balls in that white sugar. After that, you'll stick them on a cookie sheet with either a silicone mat or some parchment paper on it. Okay, so here we have all of our cookie dough rolled out and ready to go in the oven. They need to be spaced a little ways apart, inch or so in the rows, but it doesn't have to be super far apart because these don't spread a whole lot. And while they're baking in a 375 oven for 10 to 12 minutes, you can get your chocolate kisses unwrapped. We realized when we made these that we must make our cookies extra large because there's supposed to be 48 cookies, and there are not. So we have 32 cookies. Whoa, I almost lost that guy. Okay, so now we're going to put it in the oven 10 to 12 minutes until they get lightly browned. And there's a tip on this part that you put your kisses in when the cookies come out of the oven so they're nice and warm and they melt in there a little bit. But sometimes those kisses are prone to popping right out of the cookie once they've cooled. So the tip is put your kisses in 1 minute before they're done, stick them back in the oven, and that'll get them a little more melty in the cookie so that they stay in there. All right, so we're going to go with 10 minutes, and then we'll put those kisses in. Okay, so that's 10 minutes. I'm going to pull one of these trays out. Stick these kisses right down in there. Ooh, that's nice. Cookies are nice and soft. And then we're going to pop them right back in the oven for 1 more minute so that these kisses will kind of melt into the dough a smidge. I didn't get that one very centered, did I? Get this tray done, and by the time this one's done, that other one will be cooked. This is how you can tell they're done. Do you see how they're all kind of cracked like that? That shows that the cookie dough has baked. I'm not pushing these down too hard because I have actually experienced when I do that sometimes they go right to the bottom of the cookie because this dough is pretty soft. So just kind of set them in there since we're sticking them back in the oven for a minute to melt. Just kind of give them a gentle little push. Doot. Okay. This one back in for a minute. And pull this one out. Don't those look lovely? Give that thing 1 minute so that we don't forget them. And then you can just remove them from the tray and let them cool completely. And once they're cooled completely, eat them with some milk.